Hello everyone, it is Scar from MECHAVERSE.co and welcome to my review of the 1-144 high-grade Universal Century GM Command. Now this is the ground type version of the GM Command, and there is a space type as well, and basically the difference are the weapons, and the space type has a beam gun while this one has the bullpup machine gun. And on the backpack, the space type has more thrusters, although you can't see it from the front. This has only 2 thrusters on the lower side, and while the space type has thrusters all around, which I believe makes sense, being a space type suit. And another big difference is the color scheme, and which in the space type you get the normal white and red GM colors, while in this one you get more of a desertic color scheme, which I really like. And for a quick look around the box, we see there it was made in 2004 and by Bandai, of course. And on the shorter side of the box we get to see the same art that is on the front, and as well as the number 46 in the high-grade Universal Century line. And on the longer side we get to see the model fully assembled and painted by a pro, something written in Japanese that I can read, some computer graphics, really cool, as along with the, I don't know if I can show you, that red spot is the mass production gun cannon, which is another suit that I really like, and I will probably get it as soon as I get the chance. And then there is some data about the suit, and on the other side you get to see some action poses and all of the accessories. Oh, there you can see better the backpack, if I can show you. You see it only has 2 thrusters on the lower side, and the space type has thrusters all around, so that's one of the difference. Other things written in Japanese, it says it's from 0080. Not that I can read it, but I can read the numbers 0080 written right there. And there is another shot of the kit assembled and painted by a pro holding his beam saber, and you can see the original price of 800 yen, and that's pretty much about it. And when we open the box, we are going to be getting 2 bags of plates and the instruction manual. Let's start with the A plate, which exploded into pieces as I opened the plastic bag, so be a little careful. However, you can see there the pieces that went off are a little antenna, which different from other GMs is on the chest instead of on the head. At least I think so. I think I remember so, but not so sure. We'll see better. And the backpack, and then which are in this dark brown color scheme that we see recreated on the feet and on the lower part of the shield and on the chest. And there is some gray. We have the manipulator hands, sorry, not the interchangeable hands, and the waist section, and the attachment point for the shield, and 2 little thrusters. And there we have the clear green visor, which is a really nice touch. And there we have some red parts. This one is in the chest, and there's it in the lower torso, I should say. And this is the red chin, which is a really nice touch. And that's about it for the A plate. For B plates, we have B1 and B2, both molded in this desert-like yellow kind of color, which is really nice, and I think together with the dark brown will really shine on the shelf. I love this kind of color scheme. And on the B1 plate we have the head, some pieces for the shoulder, the feet cover and the feet itself, and this part that I believe goes on the lower torso. And on the B2 plate we have the thigh, the lower arms, the waist section with all the skirts, and the shield, and this piece that goes on the back skirt, which will hold both the beam saber, which are there, and one is coming off, so be a little careful with the skit. And then we have the leg pieces, leg armor, and a beam saber molded into the hand, which does look pretty plain, but I believe after a little bit of paint it will look pretty good because it's really detailed. And however, worth noting is that the beam saber actually have holes, so I'm not sure, I haven't tried this yet, but I assume you could put a normal universal century beam in there, so we'll see better. And let's go with the C-plate. The C-plate will provide a lot of the gray you will need for the kit, and a lot of this is exposed, I think. And we have I believe these are the elbow joints, the shoulder, the inside of the shoulder, and the knee joint, and the chest section, which will go inside the brown piece, and a piece for the shield, and a bullpup machine gun. And you see there is a lot of empty space there, so I assume in the space type there will be the the beam gun there, but I'm not so sure since I do not own the space type yet. And that's pretty much about it for the C-plate. Worth noting is that it's made of ABS plastic. Last but not least, we get to see a really small polycup plate, looking pretty standard, and a small sticker sheet, which is mostly added this red detail all around. And I think this is the visor, but I'm not so sure about that. I'm gonna check that out once it's all put together. And finally, let's go with the instruction manual. Pretty standard high-grade universal century instruction manual, if not a little small, in my opinion. And we get to see the same shots of the kit assembled and painted by a pro that we got used to with high-grade universal century kits, as well as some data about the suit, the same you could find around the box. And on the back we get to see the same action poses that were on the side of the box, just a lot bigger, and as well as a color guide if you want to paint it yourself, I guess. And when you open it, there are more action poses, a show off of the accessories, and the same graphics that were on the side of the box, and like this one and this one, as well as some new ones like this, which is really cool. And when you open it, there is a shot of the plates, things written in Japanese, and the instructions themselves. So really quick unbox overall. There was not a lot going on, as you saw, and not a lot of parts, not a lot of plates. It's a fairly simple construction. I think for a straight build a per hour will do, and but I think I will overall enjoy this kit a lot, because it's always fun for me to go back to the older high-grade universal century kits, because since I'm fairly new at this hobby, I didn't buy the older kits, and I started from the new ones, like the Age and the 00 line. And but I really love the universal century sets, and this is one of my favorites. I love GMs in particular, and this is one of my favorite GMs. And so I think it will be fun overall. And stay tuned for part 2, when I'm gonna go over the parts of this kit, and we'll see you there. And this was Scar from MECHAVERSE.co. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, of course, and I will see you at part 2.